afternoon, children. Welcome to the online classes. Children, we were discussing lesson number 12, the moon. In the previous session, we have discussed various interesting facts about the moon. We have also discussed about the conditions on the moon. We have discussed about the phases of the moon. We have discussed how the moon moves around the earth. Now, let us discuss few more topics from this lesson. So, the first topic that we are going to discuss today is eclipse. Children, have you heard about this word? The picture that you can see is the picture of an eclipse. Now, let us understand how the eclipse occurs. There is a simple experiment to understand this, for which you will need a torch. Children, what you have to do? Shine a torch towards a wall. Now put your hand between the torch and the wall. What you will see? You will see the shadow of your hand on the wall. Like right now, can you see the shadow of my hand on the wall? The earth and the moon also cast shadows in space when sunlight falls on them. When the shadow falls on another heavenly object, it causes an eclipse. Sometimes the moon comes between the sun and the earth. It then blocks the light of the sun and casts shadow on the earth, which is called as solar eclipse. And when the earth comes in between the sun and the moon, the shadow of earth falls on the moon, which is called as lunar eclipse, which we are going to discuss in detail. Now children, this is the situation which is required when the eclipse will occur. For an eclipse to occur, the sun, moon and the earth should be in a straight line. Then what will happen? Either the moon or the earth will block the light of the sun and will cast shadow on another heavenly object like moon or the earth, which we are going to discuss now. So there are two types of eclipses, solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. The solar eclipse occurs on a new moon day, when the moon comes between the sun and the earth and blocks the light of the sun. Then it casts shadow on the earth. In lunar eclipse, the earth comes between the sun and the moon. The earth then blocks the light of the sun and casts shadow on the moon. Now, condition for occurrence of eclipse. Now you know that the solar eclipse occurs on a new moon day and a lunar eclipse occurs on a full moon night. Then it should be visible on every new moon day and full moon night. But does that happen? No. So what is the reason? Children, the path of moon around the earth is not horizontal. It is little elevated. That is the reason why we cannot see the eclipses so frequently. That is on every new moon day and every full moon night. If the earth and the moon orbited on the same plane around the sun, we would have a total solar eclipse and a total lunar eclipse every month. But we don't, because the moon's orbit is inclined to the earth's orbit by about 5 degrees, as we saw in the picture. So it happens only when all the three heavenly objects like the sun, moon and the earth, when they all come in a straight line, then only an eclipse occurs. Now, the sun, moon and the earth line up in a straight line with moon in the middle. Moon blocks the sunlight and casts shadow on earth. Now, people within this region where they cannot see, where they are in the region of the shadow, cannot see the sun at all, and this region is said to be total solar eclipse. Sun is not visible completely. Sunlight is completely blocked. Some regions can see the sun partially and are said to be partial solar eclipse. When the sun is partially blocked, little part of it is visible. Once the eclipse ends, the moon moves on its orbit. Solar eclipse does not last for more than 7 minutes. Lunar eclipse, whereas, can last for till hours. We should not see the solar eclipse directly with our naked eyes. We should wear sunglasses, otherwise the sun rays may harm our eyes. It may cause damage to our eyes. Now, lunar eclipse, the sun, earth and the moon line up in a straight line, as you can see, and the earth is in the middle. What happens? The earth blocks the light of the sun and it casts shadow on the moon, which we call as lunar eclipse. If the shadow of the earth covers the moon completely, so we will not be able to see the moon at all. So it is called as total lunar eclipse. If the shadow of the earth covers the moon partially, it means that we can see little part of the moon, or we can see the moon partially. So it is called as partial lunar eclipse. So as we have already discussed that we should not see a solar eclipse with our naked eyes. Now children, we know already that moon is the natural satellite of the earth, and natural satellite of an heavenly body or a star is an object that revolves around that heavenly body or the star, right? Now, artificial satellite. Humans have been successful in making the artificial satellite of the earth. These artificial satellites are launched by the rockets. They stay in the earth's orbit for few months to years, and these artificial satellites are used for various purposes like communication, navigation, etc. So let us discuss about artificial satellites in detail. Now, satellites that are made by people and launched into the orbit using rocket are called as artificial satellite. Sputnik 1 was the first artificial satellite which was launched by Russia on 4th October 1957. See, now there are hundreds of artificial satellites which are orbiting the earth. Can you see the picture of the artificial satellites, children? Now, what is the use of artificial satellite? The artificial satellites are sent into the Earth's orbit for various purposes. For communication, the communication satellites help for sending and receiving signals. They help in relay and broadcast of radio and television signals. With the help of these artificial satellites, our communication can go on smoothly. The signals that we receive for our phone calls and all, it happens because of the artificial satellites or the communication satellites. Now, these are the name of few artificial satellites: INSAT, Indian National Satellite; GSAT, Geosynchronous Satellite; IRNSS, Indian Regional Navigation Satellite System; GSLV, Geosynchronous Satellite Launch Vehicle; PSLV, Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle; INSAT, Indian National Satellite. Now children, navigation satellite, all of you are aware about the navigation system in your vehicles. Like you have a navigation system in your car which help you to find a direction to a particular place. It first finds your own direction and then leads to tell you to follow a particular path to reach a destination. Few satellites help us to they just capture the picture of the earth from the above and give us information about various things like weather forecast. The satellites, few satellites are used to forecast the weather, which help us to know about what kind of weather will be there in the following days. Now, navigation satellite, a satellite navigation system used to determine the ground position of an object. It determines the geographic location of ships, aircrafts and other objects. Satellites also are used to help locating a particular mineral and helps in studying the agricultural yield of a particular place. Gathering information about other objects in the space. It captures the pictures, and it helps in gathering the information about other heavenly objects in the space. Weather forecast, as we have already discussed, it forecasts about the storms, about the rain, etc., which we see in the news. Artificial satellite system also help in our communication. Aryabhatta, India's first artificial satellite, which was launched on April 1975. After that, India has launched so many satellites like Bhaskara, SROS, Apple, etc. So, this is all about the moon. I hope you enjoyed the session, children. Sai Ram.